Just a touch of your love is enough to knock me off of my feet. I'm weak. Just a touch of your love, just a touch of your love.
Hey guys, it's Sao. Welcome back to my channel, you all. Now today, as you guys already read from the title, I'm going to be talking about my class 12th boards experience. I'm going to be giving you guys some tips to score 90% plus, and also we are going to talk about my plans for the future. They're like kind of uncertain right now, but yeah, I'm just going to clarify some of your doubts. Like, a lot of people have been asking me if I'm going to go to UK or not. So yeah, we're gonna talk about all of that in today's video. But before that, if you guys might have noticed, like, this side of my face, like this eye of mine might look like a little swollen, and that is because I have like a sty in my eye for the past 2 days. First of all, I'm going to start off with the tips to score 90% plus in your board exams, and then later we're going to talk about if I'm going to go to UK or not and what exactly am I going to do in future, like my college and stuff. If you guys are just interested in that part, then you can jump directly to this timestamp right here. And if not, if you want to know some tips as well, then stay tuned for the entire video. And these tips are not like very like specific for just 12th grade students, you know. They're like, some of these tips are like really general, so you know, all students of any classes can follow these tips. First of all, some of you might be thinking exams to हुए नहीं थे, so how exactly am I gonna tell you guys tips to score जब मैंने खुद exam नहीं दिया है. Like, I know exams were not conducted, but still I studied for them, so I'm gonna talk about that. Also, a little bit of my experience from 10th grade, I'm gonna talk about that as well. Like, back then the situation was normal, so we had offline exams, and I feel like if the exams were conducted, I might have gotten more than 95 as well, because right now I got 94.2. That's because like in physical education they gave me like 88. Like, that is absolutely insane. Like, usually people take physical education to, you know, enhance their percentage, but here it was the opposite for me. But it's fine because I'm gonna apply to DU, and there they take the best of 4, and if you consider physical education your best of 4, you have to deduct 2.5% from it, so I don't have to include that anyway. So my best of 4 is going to be the total of my English, economics, history and psychology score, which is coming out to be 95.75%. The first step would be to start studying from the start. Now some people think अरे शुरू के महीनों में इतना क्या पढ़ने की ज़रूरत है, which is actually true. शुरू में बहुत ज़्यादा पढ़ने की ज़रूरत नहीं है, but don't like completely leave it as well, because I didn't study a lot in the like initial months. But I'm not saying कि पढ़ना छोड़ देना. So शुरुआत से ही I would recommend कि you study from the beginning itself. People usually ask like, how many hours do you have to study when you have board exams? Honestly, if you ask me, I feel like 2 to 3 hours is enough, and some of you might feel अरे तो बहुत कम है, it's very less. But honestly, if you study with concentration, these 2 to 3 hours I'm talking about, it is like full concentration wala study time with absolutely no distractions whatsoever. So yeah, even if you study 2 to 3 hours every single day with full concentration, that will be way more than another kid who's studying for like 8-9 hours but is not paying as much attention. So during this time, make sure that a few tips I would tell you guys. First is to try and study on the study table, because like bed pe, you know, माहौल नहीं बनता study का उतना ज़्यादा. You don't feel like studying a lot, you might start feeling lazy and all. Second is to put your phone on airplane mode or just switch it off for some time. Phone is like one of the biggest like distractions, so I would suggest to like switch your phone off and have like a good work environment. Ask your parents and your siblings to not come into your room for like 2 to 3 hours while you're studying. फिर धीरे धीरे जैसे कि आदत बनती जाएगी, you can increase your time a little bit as much as you possibly can. And you know, getting into that routine is like really difficult for people, I know, but if you've seen Kota Factory, there's this tip that is given in that series, which is this 21 days tip. If you guys have not seen that series, I'm just gonna tell you guys what it is. Basically, कोई भी आदत लग सकती है and हट सकती है in just 21 days. So any habit that you want to adopt or any habit that you want to get rid of, you just have to do it for 21 days. You can just mark these 21 days on the calendar and cross off every single day. So you know, if you're not able to study with concentration, just sit down and don't leave that place for 2 hours, and no matter what, just do it. Like, take it on your ego or whatever, just, you know, be true to yourself and do it. And then by the end of these 21 days, you would have adopted that routine. So I would highly suggest you guys, if you have a problem in concentrating for a long time or sitting in one place for a long time, then try this trick of 21 days, and I'm sure it's gonna work for you guys. Next, let's talk a bit about notes. After you complete a chapter, just try and summarize that entire chapter on one single page on one side of one single page. I know it will be difficult, but you know, just make them like really short notes, like use short forms and all, and बहुत डिटेल में जाने की जरूरत नहीं है. just ऊपर से like crisp पूरा chapter एक पेज पे आ जाना चाहिए. This is so helpful, and once your notes, that one page note is ready, just stick it around anywhere you want. You know, just stick it on your wall. Okay, don't stick it on your wall, it will be ruined. Stick it on like a thermocol. You know, I just used to put up a thermocol on my wall, and then I used to pin that paper over there. So these one page notes I found very effective. Your entire chapter fitting in one single page. Now these one single page notes are not going to be enough. Like you of course need some detailed notes to prepare for your examinations, you know, question and answers of each chapter. And for that I would suggest, again, one super effective tip is that for every subject you should have one question bank. Now question bank में like सारे type के questions दिए होते हैं, you know, MCQs, short answer, long answer वगैरह जो previously में asked questions होते हैं, everything is given. So हर subject की one question bank you should definitely keep for yourself. I would say like December तक हो जाना चाहिए पूरा syllabus complete. Like basically exam खत्म होने से 1 or 2 months पहले your entire syllabus should be over, and these 1 and 2 months that are remaining is gonna be your sample paper solving time. And I'm sure जिसने भी tips दिए about boards ये चीज़ तो mention करी होगी, but everyone is mentioning this because it is honestly like करना ही करना है. Like boards के लिए sample paper करना ही करना है. You don't have an option, you have to do a sample paper. It's like, it's so freaking helpful, you have no idea. So for that I would suggest you should have like those sample paper books, you know, that have 10 to 15 like sample papers and all. Personally for me, the one I use, some of you might already know if you're like a regular viewer of mine, like I made a lot of study vlogs, and if you've seen those you might know the one that I used are these ones from Oswal. मैंने अपने 12th में and 10th में भी in fact I just used Oswal, and the reason that I like them so much is because they're like so like up to date. Like इनके जो sample paper होते हैं, they're like really similar to what the actual papers are like. Like you know CBSE जो sample papers and pattern वगैरह निकालता है, like it's totally according to that. अगर इस साल की बात करें तो they're like strictly as per the term wise syllabus that was released by CBSE, and also they released this sample question paper on 9th September I believe, and yeah, it's totally strictly according to those. So that's what I'm talking about, you know, totally up to date, exam targeted, and they're like total 15 in this, 5 of which the first 5 are like completely solved along with the questions, and the rest 10 are for self-assessment. So you know, just try them first and then you know tally your answers with the actual answers. Also, as you know, the paper has become like really MCQ based, you know, every type of MCQ, the assertion reasoning wale questions, the case based MCQs, like sare type of MCQs, they are there in this book. All answers are there with like full explanation, and also not just that, ये जो OMR sheet होती है like in the beginning that you fill in your name and roll number and stuff, like it's very different from you know your normal exam that are held in school. Like board exam में काफी different होता है. Like अगर आप पहली बार दे रहे हो board exam and if you don't know how to fill it up, उसकी भी practice you can get through this book. Like how cool is that? Plus एक चीज़ जो मेरे को personally काफी helpful लगी है, I would like to point out are these mind maps. जो मेरा like study का method है उसमें I personally find कि mind maps मेरे को personally बहुत ज़्यादा helpful लगता है. It's like you know एक image print हो जाती है आपके दिमाग में. It's like just super helpful. Plus on tips note for quick revision are also there. Basically it's just a package. And also if you need like more information about like a topic, like you want to know more about it, there are also QR codes which you can just scan and you know get a lot more information about that topic. Basically honestly if you ask me, it's a great investment. Like sample paper solve करना, it's like you have to do it for board exams. Like it is a must, trust me. इतना बड़ा difference होगा like आपकी preparation को by solving sample papers. That is why एक sample paper book ज़रूर रखना, and Oswal will be like highly recommended for that for me personally because it's like tried and tested. The link to it will be in the description box below if you want to go and check them out. Make sure you do because I'm sure you guys find it really helpful. So yeah, ज़्यादा नहीं कर सकते तो I would suggest कि at least 2 to 3 papers तो हर subject की you should do. If you get to more than that then awesome, and always leave time for revision. Honestly that is why sample paper solving is so important because आपको time का idea लगेगा, time management का कि किस हिसाब से like किस स्पीड से लिखना है कि I should have like at least 10 minutes for revision. And also काफ़ी questions repeat भी होते हैं पिछले साल से, so if you do sample papers like काफ़ी questions आपको same ही मिल जाएंगे. Leave 10 minutes for revision because मेरा actual board exam मेरा 10th में हुआ था. ये मेरा actual board exam के वक्त मेरी maths के पेपर में एक गलती निकल आई थी while I was revising in the end, and I was lucky कि उस वक्त भी like about 5-7 minutes were remaining, तो मैंने जल्दी से अपना आंसर ठीक कर लिया था. Now let's talk a bit about presentation की पेपर लिखना कैसे है. Like अब कंटेंट जो भी है पूरा बुक्स का वो याद तो कर लिया है, सब प्रिपेयर कर लिया है. अब उस कंटेंट को प्रेजेंट कैसे करना एग्जामिनर को, ये भी बोर्ड एग्जाम्स में बहुत ही इंपॉर्टेंट है. पहली चीज़ तो ऑफकोर्स ट्राई करो कि नीट हैंड राइटिंग में यू राइट इट, एंड इफ यू हैव अ गुड हैंड राइटिंग देन दैट्स ऑसम. इफ यू डोंट, अगेन सॉल्व सैम्पल पेपर्स. सेकंड पॉइंट, दिस इज अ वेरी फ्रिकिन इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंट. ये भी इतना इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंट है स्पेशली फॉर सब्जेक्ट्स लाइक हिस्ट्री, साइकोलॉजी, पॉलिटिकल साइंस वगैरह टाइप के सब्जेक्ट्स के लिए. ऑलवेज राइट योर आंसर्स इन पॉइंट्स. ये मैं अपने पर्सनल एक्सपीरियंस से बता रही हूँ. जब मेरे कोई टिप नहीं पता थी तब मैं लाइक हिस्ट्री के आंसर लाइक पैराग्राफ में लिखती थी, एंड अगर वो 3 मार्क का क्वेश्चन है आई वुड ऑलवेज गेट 2.5 और 2 मार्क्स इन दैट. लाइक आई वुड ऑलवेज हैव सम मार्क्स डिडक्टेड फ्रॉम इट. बट व्हेन आई वुड राइट द सेम फ्रीकिंग कंटेंट, the same, exactly the same thing, but in points I'll get full marks for that. It's actually really insane. So if it's like a 3 mark question, write 3 solid points. If it's a 5 mark question, write 5 solid points. जितने मार्क का क्वेश्चन है उतने points you write, and solid points यानी कि जबरदस्ती कुछ बना के लिख दिया. Write 5 or 3 solid points depending on how many marks that question carries. But remember, this is not for subjects like English, Hindi and other languages. For languages, always write your answers in paragraph. दूसरी चीज़, जो लास्ट को जो 10 मिनट I told you to spare for revision. In this 10 minutes, while you are revising, like line by line हर आंसर पढ़ना, and while you're doing that, also take a pencil and scale and all the important words in an answer, just underline everything. Basically what it does is that it attracts the examiner's attention towards those words, and वो keywords है, like examiners यही words को ढूंढ रहे हैं आंसर में, and if they see कि इस बच्चे ने ये सब तो लिखा ही है main points, तो वो समझ जाते हैं कि इस बच्चे को आंसर पता है. And इसके अलावा I would suggest you guys to give your answers in like flow chart. Like सारे क्वेश्चन में पॉसिबल नहीं होता फ्लो चार्ट, बट आप क्वेश्चन रीड करना, लाइक स्ट्रक्चर देखना. अगर वो फ्लो चार्ट के फॉर्म में ऑर्गेनाइज हो सकता है वो आंसर, देन आई वुड सजेस्ट कि वो फ्लो चार्ट्स को यूज़ करिए, डायग्राम्स यूज़ करिए. बेसिकली अपनी प्रेजेंटेशन मेक इट स्टैंड आउट, मेक इट डिफरेंट, सो दैट इट्स ईजी फॉर द एग्जामिनर टू चेक. दैट इज़ इट गाइज. यही थोड़ी बहुत टिप्स थी जो बहुत ही लाइक जनरल टिप्स हैं. लाइक आई वुड नॉट से कि ये सिर्फ बोर्ड एग्जाम से फॉलो करना है. ये आप किसी भी साल में, इफ़ यूर इन एनी ग्रेड, 9th grade, 8th grade, 11th grade, किसी भी क्लास में हो, यू कैन फॉलो दीज बिकॉज दीज आर लाइक वेरी जेनेरिक. मोस्ट ऑफ दीज टिप्स जो मैंने आपको दिया है वो मैंने अपने पर्सनल एक्सपीरियंस से ही दी हैं, एंड होप यू गाइज find these tips helpful. And now that we've talked about my board exam tips, let's talk a bit about my future, my college. One question that I have been flooded with for the past couple of weeks is if I'm going to UK or not. Now if you guys don't know, I got into 2 of my ultimate freaking dream universities, which I didn't think I would get into, but I did. And these 2 are King's College London and University College London, KCL and UCL. Both of them are like my dream unis, and I've been wanting to get into them so badly, and I did. I actually did get into them. But now the question is, am I gonna enroll or not? I hate to say this, but I'm not. I know. I mean, give me a chance to explain myself. The reason why I'm not going, it's really sad because I totally wanted to go. Most of it can be attributed to the virus that has been taken over the world. वहाँ पे इतना, my dad suggested this कि like इतना like पैसे खर्च करके spending so much money to go over there, and you cannot even get like the full experience of how it feels like to study abroad, and it would be like, it would not be worth it. And he said that it would be better if I went for my post graduation rather than undergraduation, because by then I would have like a bit more experience about how to live alone. I could not go because of these reasons, and they seemed pretty justified to me because studying there is like not like, it's like a little expensive. So if you are spending money in it, you would want to get the full experience. That's why I'm not going to go to UK for undergraduation, but rather I would try to go there for PG, post graduation, or maybe for like I really want to go outside and study because I just want to get that experience. So I was thinking maybe in future I could go for like a little course, they're like courses from time to time over there for like 2 to 3 months or something. So I could go there for those little courses, or I could go for PG. As for now, if you're wondering where I'm going to go for college, I still have no idea. I'm trying for Delhi universities, but the cutoffs are not out yet. I'm also trying for a few other colleges here in Pune itself. It's very uncertain, but fine, whatever. I'm gonna let you guys know once things are more clear and once I finally decide which one I'm gonna go up to. So yeah, just a little more patience and I'll let you guys know where I'm going to go for college. And that is it for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. And we are hanging in 50 point something, 57 point something subscribers for the like longest time ever. And I honestly am kind of losing hope in YouTube. I don't know, maybe I'll hit 60,000 in 2025. I don't know. Just if you can subscribe, please do. Even though I know ki okay, whatever, I'm not going to talk about it. So that is it for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.